Hi world, it's the 11th of September 2022, it's about 11 a.m. UK time, 21st anniversary of 9/11. Wow, really doesn't seem like it was 21 years ago. Right, here in the UK we're slowly getting used to this idea of the Queen is now dead and King Charles III is on the throne, which still seems a bit weird to say that, but anyway. And the astrology of the last few days is beginning to, I wouldn't say fade away, but it's beginning to become almost normal. We still have this really big Mercury retrograde opposite Jupiter, which is going to be sticking around for the next week and a half. And if we're going to have an opposition in the sky of that length, and I'm not unhappy it's Mercury-Jupiter, because Mercury and Jupiter, they do get on with each other. It does bring... Normally it brings a degree of wit and humour and even optimism. Bearing in mind the times we live in, I suggest it brings a bit of stoicism as well. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. That's just to say that this is the background for what's going on. What's going to be happening tonight, though, is going to be really interesting. For those of you, well, really anyone over the next 24 hours, look to the south if you're in the northern hemisphere, look to the north if you're in the southern hemisphere during the dark hours. You will see the near full moon getting closer and closer and closer to Jupiter. The exact conjunction is in about 6.5 hours from the time I'm recording this. And they're not going to be eclipsing each other. From the northern hemisphere, as far as I can work out, the moon is actually going to pass just underneath Jupiter. Or maybe it's the other way around. I haven't quite got my head around this one yet. But there's only going to be about a moon's width of space between them to our perspective. So there's going to be a really nice light show in the sky tonight. For about 6 hours, the moon will conjunct Jupiter. And they'll be seen as being very close together in the sky. Now this is, on the one hand, this is fantastic if you're fortunate enough to be one of those people born around the 27th, 28th of March. And if there's also a degree of fortune if you're born around the same dates of May and July, and also January, more like the 25th, 26th of January, and even November, 26th, 27th of November. These are the degrees that are being blessed today. And with the moon conjunct Jupiter, for all of us, it's going to be a little bit of a light show. The two brightest objects in the sky are going to be very close in the same place. It's very fitting for the times we live in. Any connection between the moon and Jupiter, especially when it's visible to the naked eye, does bring an extra 1% of joy. Joy. It also brings Jupiterian related influences of humour and hope. And yeah, for some people, this moon-Jupiter conjunction is going to making already existing circumstances much larger than life and over the top. To use an English saying, a storm in a teacup, mountains made out of molehills, things blown out of proportion. But that's to people whose glasses are 50% or less or more empty. For those people whose glasses are 50% or more full, it should bring an element of humour, hope, joy, laughter, and if it doesn't affect you, if it does affect you, the idea of being able to stand out in the open air and to look up into the heavens and see the two brightest objects in the sky in practically exactly the same place. This happens once or twice a year. Get out there, have a good look. It should lift all our spirits, just that slightest little bit. And for those of us, especially those people in Ukraine who are suffering, as well as all the others all around the world who are having a hard time, Pakistan, yeah, we all need a little bit of joy at the moment. So yeah, go and have a good howl at the full moon tonight and wave your hands at Jupiter. You can hear Jupiter on the shortwave radio. It's just nice to get out there and see something that humans can't affect. Enjoy the show. Catch you later. Bye.